What the fuck is up, Steelers Nation and my sports gambling degenerates alike? Welcome to the show. Steel Strat here, and we're gonna go through some regular season bets for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Man, I just think a lot of these are locks. I know I've got my biases, man, but I feel like Vegas is just handing us money. They're just handing us money. The lines are too good, too good. So let's start from the top. I'm on FanDuel. This is a sports book I use. The first one that I think is a high payout, high reward, and it's George Pickens to score 10 plus receiving touchdowns. Now, I know that may sound like a lot, but this guy is going to be a red zone freak. I mean, George Pickens is an everywhere freak. But when they get close, I mean, I can certainly see George Pickens throwing 10 or catching 10. Now, this one's obviously plus 750, so you put 100 on it, you win $750. And this one's a stretch, so diversify the portfolio, if you will. But if you want some big payouts, I like this bet right here. I also think the Steelers to reach the AFC Championship game is a risky bet, but something that I could absolutely see happening this season. This just feels There's just something about this team that just feels magical, man. And we haven't even played a game yet, but it just feels like how Burrow and the Bengals went to the Super Bowl in year two. I do see a lot of similarities between Pickett and Burrow. I really do. Just the moxie, the coolness. They're just kind of like flatline during the game. Their emotions never get too high or low. And Kenny, I think, is more athletic than Burrow. I'm not going to say he's a better quarterback by any means. Joe Burrow is that dude. Joe Burrow's top three in the game. But I think after the season, the mainstream narrative is going to be Kenny Pickett is a top 7 to 10 quarterback. And I'm excited about it. So I think if you guys want some high payouts, those two are nice bets right there. Now let's get to some locks. What are my locks? Obviously, Steelers over 8.5 wins. You're basically betting whether or not the Steelers are going to have a winning season. If they have over 8.5 wins, winning season. Under, losing season. And barring injury, I mean, it's always barring injury, right? It's the damn NFL. It's football. But barring injury, man, this is a lock. I can't believe they're Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season. I know a lot of Steelers Nation will hate on that narrative because we're about Super Bowls, we're about championships. But dude, this is the best team. This might be the most complete team Mike Tomlin has ever had. Maybe not the Cardinals Super Bowl team, but man, this team, like if we haven't had a losing season in the past with Tomlin, why would we this year with this fucking stacked ass team? Lock, lock over 8.5 wins. Now, if you want to do some alternative regular season wins, I like the over 10.5. It's plus 200. So you're basically saying they're going to go win 11 or more, which I think I'm predicting 12-5 for this team. That's my prediction. But plus 200, it's a nice odds for something I'm pretty confident in. So I'm going to throw a little money at that myself. I'll throw money on the over 8.5, just, again, diversify the portfolio, have a little insurance, hedge your bets, if you will. But yeah, dude, I can't believe some of these lines. Vegas is everybody's sleeping on the Steelers, obviously, but certainly Vegas is. Next one, Steelers to make the playoffs. Yes, yes, everybody has the Steelers third or fourth in this division, and I'm sorry, the Steelers are way better than the Browns. I think Deshaun Watson is cooked. And then the Ravens, man, they have to be the Ravens are so overrated. I swear. I mean, again, I know I have my biases and everything, but Lamar Jackson, he's got to be top 10 most overrated player in the league. Dude can't throw. And then they hire this offensive coordinator who's supposed to be pass happy, and everybody's excited about it. I'm like, you guys really want Lamar Jackson throwing more? Sign me up as a Steelers fan. I want him throwing more because he can't do it. So Pittsburgh's make the playoffs. Yes, plus 128. Lock. Lock. Sorry if you hear my son in the background. He's having a good time. All right, and then I have two that I might throw a little bread on. Steelers to win exactly 11. Steelers win exactly 12. They're plus 700, plus 850. So if you throw whatever amount, I'm just going to cut it in half. So if I have $100, I'll throw 50 on each. And if one of those hits, then I've made way more money than I put down, even though like you can't win both of them, right? But again, hedge your bets, man. Hedge your bets. So Steelers to win exactly 11, Steelers win exactly 12, because I feel like that's gonna happen. And if they win more, hell yeah, I'm happy because they won more. Shit. All right, and then I'm going through some individual player stat lines, and man, I'm gonna show you my calculations on these and why they're just so absurd to me, especially after what we've seen in training camp and preseason, man. And just the offense as a whole, so much deeper and better, healthier. Offensive line, deeper, better. Isaac Seumalo, dude, that dude's gonna fortify this offensive line. They're gonna push people around. They're gonna allow Kenny to move, stay in the pocket, and have time to throw the ball down the field, hopefully down the middle of the field. But we'll see. Okay, so Kenny Pickett over 3,300 and a half yards. So he needs 3,301. 3,301 yard. So let's do something right quick. Let's check out KP stats from last season. He had 2,400 yards. Let's see. Kenny Pickett, how many games did you play? He played one. He played a half against the Jets too. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And he played a half against Tampa, half against the Jets, and then a drive against Baltimore. So what's that? Let's just say 13 games. 13 games. So he had 2,404 yards, right? Yeah, 2,404. 2,404 divided by 13. So he had 184 yards a game. And if you extrapolate that over 17 games, that's 3,143 yards. And his line is at 3,300. So he was about a game off. If you extrapolate it over 17 games, he's about a game off. Now we know that number is going to go up, right? We know this. So he needs 3,301 over 17 games. He needs 194 passing yards a game. He's absolutely going to do that, guys. I think he's going to have maybe 210 average, pretty low, right? 210 yards a game will put him 200 yards over that. That's completely like 3,500. He's going to get that, man. There's no doubt in my mind. With this offense, he's lock. So 3,300 over lock. KP8 over under regular season passing touchdowns 17 and a half. That's like a touchdown a game. I think Kenny is a 25 touchdown guy. So over on that lock. All right, let's go to Deontay Johnson. Over 800. Oh, Deontay Johnson. Let's do Deontay Johnson and George Pickens together. Both of their lines are set at over 800 and a half. Last year, with the terrible QB play, Deontay Johnson had 882 yards. With I don't want to say terrible QB play, because I think Kenny's actual play in the field outshined his stats for sure. People look at stats all the time, and I'm doing it right now, but man, Kenny was good. I have the utmost confidence in Kenny Pickett. It's just the offense was god awful, and I expected to get a lot better. But with that god awful offense, Deontay Johnson had 882 yards. And then George Pickens, his line is also at 800 and a half. And he had exactly over 800 and a half. He had 801 yards. And again, with the terrible offense, guys, do we not expect these numbers to go up? I think both of those guys could have over 1,000 yards. So what the hell? I do not understand these lines. Who's betting on these unders? And look at the lines here. They're Deontay Johnson, I mean, minus 134. That's almost even. George Pickens is even, the odds are even lower. Minus 112. Oh no, I'm lying. That's Kenny Pickett over touchdowns. Sorry, guys. Both Deontay Johnson and George Pickens almost even. The line is almost even. Minus 112. Come on, these are locks, guys. I'm trying to make you money, man. This is your last opportunity to bet on these. And after this year, these lines will not be this low. I can promise you that. After this year, these lines are going to go way up because this offense is going way up. It's last chance to make some easy money, guys. Then Najee Harris, this line probably baffled me the more than anything. And again, guys, this is all barring injury. Injuries happen, then these lines is just I mean, it just doesn't matter if you get injured, right? But Najee Harris, over 875 and a half yards. He's had over 1,000 yards his first two seasons. Guys, last year he had 1,034. The year prior, he had 1,200. And I know we expect Jalen Warren to get more carries and be more involved. But we also expect this offense, again, to be way better this year than it was last year. And Najee was injured during a lot of these games. He still played. So I guess he wasn't injured. He was hurt. That steel plate in his cleat, in his shoe. But both years, over 1,000 yards. Offensive line revamped, reloaded, deep. Matt Canada's offense looks better. They've added more to the playbook, or they're deeper into the playbook, and they think he's going to have under 1,000 yards. Guys, this is a lock, man. This is absolutely insane. So, then of course we'll look at week one odds. I'm hammering the money line. The spread, easy, but I'm hammering the money line. I would not be surprised if I keep saying we. Yeah, it's we because I'm a damn Pittsburgh fan, and we are part of the team. We are part of the team. But I'm hammering the money line. I think we're going to fuck San Fran up. I get it. They had a top 10 offensive line last year. They had the best defense in the league last year. Brock Purdy didn't lose a game until the NFC Championship, and he got hurt in the early in the game. I think it was the first quarter. Everybody's all excited about Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, and George Kittle. Guys, we have okay, Christian McCaffrey's the shit. I'm not gonna say Najee Harris and Jalen Warren are better than Christian McCaffrey, but I'll take Deontay Johnson and George Pickens over Deebo and Ayuk. I know a lot of people outside of Pittsburgh would call me crazy for that, but after this season, I think people are gonna be like, I think that would be common knowledge. I really do. We see it. If you're a Steelers fan, we see it already. We know what's about to happen. Everybody, I talk to people all the time that the Steelers are going to be so good, and they're just like, "You're fucking crazy," and I'm like, "You just don't know. Y'all just don't know what's happening." You listen to First Take, Stephen A. Smith, or this new shit Undisputed show, or whatever other mainstream narrative is out there about the Steelers, and they're starting to turn around the mainstream. But man, people just They just don't know what's about to happen. They think Kenny sucks. They think this offense sucks. And last year the offense did suck, but Kenny didn't suck. The stats sucked. Kenny two gloves, tiny hands. You know who else had tiny hands? Joe Burrow. Like, oh, Kenny's did the fake slide. He's a bitch. They changed the rule for Kenny, man. They changed the whole rule for Kenny. You know who else they changed the rule for? Tom Brady. I'm not saying Kenny's Tom Brady or Joe Burrow, but Kenny is like that. I've been to training camp. I've seen it myself. We've seen the games, guys. Oh, he's preseason MVP. Oh, he's just preseason. But it's not even about the stats in the preseason. That's one thing. They talk about his stats in the regular season last year, and then preseason stats. It's like they just want to throw those stats out the window. It's not even about the stats. We've seen the throws. That's what impresses me more than the stats. He had the perfect passer rating. That shit is amazing. I love it. But the throws, the up the middle seam, the Frymouth going up the seam. Kenny hits him with the back shoulder for a touchdown against Buffalo. The throw to George Pickens in Tampa Bay, where he put it between the safety and the corner on the post route. Dime, dot. The throw to Deontay in Atlanta on the deep ball, where he looked the safety towards the middle of the field, and the safety crept across the hash towards the middle of the field, and then Kenny throws it to the sideline, moved the safety just enough to drop that shit in there. And then obviously the throw to George in Atlanta, where he put it only where George can get it, and we know he put it in the zip code. George is gonna get it. So guys, this team, people are sleeping on this team, man, and these are locks. Not even your average homie who's not a Steelers fan, not even the average person in the media, Vegas, Sportsbook, FanDuel are sleeping on the Steelers, man. So yeah, these are locks, dude. Again, I'll show it to you one more time. George Pickens, 10 plus regular season touchdowns. This one's the one I'm least confident in, but I definitely could see it happening. Over 8.5 wins, lock. Over 10.5 wins, I like it. Pittsburgh Steelers make the playoffs, lock. And then to either win 11 or 12 games, I won't even say that's a lock because they might win 13. Kenny Pickett over 3,300.5 yards, lock. George Pickens over 800.5, lock. Najee Harris over 875.5, lock. Pittsburgh to reach AFC Championship game, also not super confident in this one, but I like the odds. You put like $12 on it, you win 100. You put 100, you win 800. 900 payout. Pickett over 17.5 touchdowns, lock. Deontay Johnson over 800.5 yards, lock. Just trying to make you money, guys. I know I'm gonna make some, but make some with me. We share the wealth. It's gonna be a good year, man. We're gonna make some money, and Pittsburgh Steelers are gonna be fucking amazing. So that's all, folks. If you like the video, hit the like, hit the subscribe. This is my second video. I know I'll probably suck at this shit, but I'm gonna practice. I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna keep making more content for you guys. So, man, thank you. Go Steelers, go football. Peace.